Welcome to the Weird Girls Club with Niamh
and Amy.
Now grab a cuppa
Or something stronger
and let's get into it. We're back for another episode of the Weird Girls Club podcast.
I don't want to do this like
Oh, I didn't put my hand up. I don't.
Why when you do this I think of, you know that song, this beat is automatic supersonic.
Oh, I did not think that was the song you were going to say. I don't know why you were going to say.
Isn't it everybody?
I thought you were going to say. And oh God, I cringed at myself. But anyways, we're super excited for this episode. We have another guest.
Drum roll.
Let's get ready.
Our guest this week is
Charlotte Emily. Woo! No, we're super excited, and we hope you enjoy this episode.
Yeah.
So
we had the chat. But thanks so much for taking the time and diving.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me.
No, we followed you for ages. I followed you off my personal page for like so long. And
no
we
way.
wanted to start talking to people. I was like, Amy, we have to have Charlotte on because she's just. And plus, you like love body acceptance and self-love and self-care, and that's what we try to bring. So
amazing.
Well. So we were like, we have to have her on if she'll talk to Tulo.
Yeah, of course. I love
But yeah, thanks so much for taking time because we do know you're super busy and you have a very busy life. But we're gonna dive into some hypothetical questions and start hearing your fun answers.
Go
We
for
love
it.
this.
So we'll jump in. The first one, if you could turn invisible for 48 hours, where would you go and what would you do?
Oh,
Robbing a bank? Are we traveling?
I think like the smartest idea would be the bank thing, right? Like, and just give everyone money.
Yeah, like a Robin Hood thing, but you're invisible.
Yeah, that's the one. Like everyone who needs stuff. That would be a good one. I think you would just like to sneak in people's houses that you like.
Have
maybe
a bit of fun with
celebs or something. Do you know, see what they get up to in their spare time.
Yeah.
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 That'd be quite fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the bank probably more than anything.
Yeah, it's like that's number one, and then we'll do some like messing around and stuff like that afterwards.
Be a fly on the wall kind of.
That'd be interesting. The next one is, would you rather never drink cold drinks or never drink hot drinks again?
Oh, never drink hot drinks again, 100%. Like, I just think cold drinks are the winner, and I very rarely drink hot drinks now because I just feel like I'm constantly warm, like even winter or summer. I'm just like a very hot-blooded person, so cold drinks.
You're like me, I'm hot-blooded as well. You're hot-blooded?
Yeah. I'm like iced coffee in the middle of the snow. I'm like, no.
Yeah. I think women though in general kind of have a hotter body temperature, don't they though? Oh look, we're all on the...
Yeah, we've all got our own stuffies.
Like, get me through today.
Yeah, fucking Monday. We need all the coffee in the world. It is Monday, isn't it?
Today is
Monday. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That goes to show how fucking down to the week I am. I'm all over the place.
Oh no, definitely. I think like occasionally at Christmas I'll have a hot chocolate. That's probably the only hot drink I have.
Tea. You had tea in mine last week.
Oh yeah, like the occasional cup of tea.
Tea. You have a great memory.
I have such a bad memory. But yeah, I think definitely for me as well, ice drinks 100%.
Yeah, no, I'm a go. Yeah, ice drinks. They're just because when you're already hot, you're not going to drink a hot drink.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, some people would. Like, you see people walking around Toronto in this scorching heat drinking hot coffees, and I'm like, you know
Scary.
what?
Don't trust people who do that.
No,
don't trust anyone who does
psychopaths.
that.
Yeah, I start sweating just looking at them. I look at them and I'm like, Jesus, how?
Yeah, you like that as well. When you see someone drinking a hot drink, you start feeling that like they're...
Yeah, it's like when people are wearing like joggers and jeans in like 30-degree heat. I'm like, stop doing that, please.
Yeah.
We were only talking about this yesterday because Amy keeps saying, you don't come to the beach with me, and I'm like, have you seen how pale I am? I don't tan. I go red and go back with white. She was like, Niamh, it doesn't matter. People wear jeans and all to the beach, and I'm like, why?
I've been to the beach and they're in like either full gym gear or like jeans and like a bomber jacket, and I'm looking at them in me swimsuit and I'm like, I'm sweating with no clothes on looking.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm afraid of cold than the heat. That's just me, you know?
Me too.
Yeah. So the next one is, if you could listen to only one band or artist for the rest of your life, who would it be? You have to pick one.
People struggle with this one.
And where you need to make like one decision.
Yeah.
They're hard.
Plus, I think when we ask this question, people go blank. It's like one of those things where you
it's like music.
You're like,
Yeah,
like do I listen to music?
Oh God, I think I would have to go for someone like Beyonce, who has like numbers that are we've got some sad emotional ones that can feel like I want to cry, and then we've also got like some really empowering songs. But I feel like Beyonce's quite a basic bitch answer, so I don't know if I want to change that immediately.
Yeah, she's also versatile, like that we said.
Yeah.
There's the like slow songs, the dance song, like there's a
It's
mix
not
in there.
it's not as if like you'd say like Lewis Capaldi, because all his songs are kind of like slow, like fair enough. I love Lewis Capaldi, but like I don't think I'd pick to listen to him. Like I can see where you're coming from, Beyonce, because she has a mixture of both.
And she's been around for a while, whereas like I was gonna say Lizzo as well, because she's got some really like upbeat songs. But again, Chad's been around for long, so Beyonce has more songs, so I wouldn't get as bored.
You need someone with like a good catalogue.
And think about the albums she has as well, like
yeah,
you know what I mean. So
yeah, it is still a good, like Beyonce, or I'd say even Rihanna is kind of similar in that sense. There's so much there, and it's kind of different.
We're such girls.
Beyonce and Rihanna for life.
Me too.
They're good answers though.
Next one is, would you rather never travel again or have to only live in your home city? So you have to stay in your home city. Sorry, I think I asked that completely backwards. Me too.
Would you need more coffee?
Quick, start down in some.
Would you rather never be able to live in your home like city or country, or never? Oh my God, what am I doing?
She's having a moment. I think what she's trying to
or
say
never
is,
leave. Sorry, I don't know why I keep saying never stay. Never leave your home country. You have to stay there and you can't travel, or you have to move once a week. That was the question. I don't know why I said so.
Move for sure. I think I quite like going to different places, exploring new places. I'm quite a busy person. Like I like being constantly busy, so I think that would definitely work rather than me staying somewhere for a long period of time.
Yeah, I'd pick the same,
I'd say I'd go. I couldn't.
No, you get bored. Do you know what I mean? You see same people all the time. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though there is people I know that like, I think it's an older generation like that. I know people that haven't left like their area, or never moved out of their area. I know that was my granddad. Like, so I don't know. Like that's old ways. Like when you're kind of were born there, the kind of majority. I'm not saying everyone kind of like there, like,
saying, like my mom's like, why do you want to move away? I'm like, why do
you want to be immigrants?
I want to leave. But so the next one is, if you could really sell your soul to the devil, what would you ask him for? Or her, if it's a woman. I don't know.
Oh,
the devil is a woman.
If I could sell my soul.
The devil is 100. I'm just thinking, the devil is a woman. We get periods every fucking month.
More like women are devils.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what would you girls say? I need some inspo.
No one's ever asked the reverse on that.
I know. I'm like, shit. I've never asked.
Like, oh God.
I think I would probably ask, if I was to sell my soul to the devil and they could ask them for something in return, I think I'd ask them for health, for good health, for me life.
Yeah, I was like, I think I'd ask for happiness, because if you ask for money to make you happier, and like, you know, like everyone wants more money to have a comfortable life, but if you ask for happiness, you don't have them cravings.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Or the money might come with you because that makes her happy.
I love your guys' answers, because my immediate thing was like, iced coffee machine forever. And you were like, happiness and good health, and I was thinking, iced coffee machine.
But you know what? That's practicality. Like, think about the money you save from going to Starbucks or coffee shops. That's that. I like your answer better. Yours was creative. Yours was like, like health and happiness, and she's like, a nice coffee machine.
Oh God.
I'm
gonna die early. I'm gonna die early because of this.
No, we need to make merch that says that on it, like on the back side of Soul to the Devil, for a nice coffee machine. That has to happen. Oh my God, that's so I love that.
I never thought something like that. Like, you could say like an endless supply of kind of coffee, or like
iced coffee,
like Starbucks, like gift card or something like that.
Yeah, that's where all my money goes, like on coffee. So maybe that would be quite smart.
What is your coffee order? Like, what's your go-to iced coffee order?
Oh, I'd say an iced oat vanilla latte. That's what I'd go for.
Vanilla girls,
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Caramel person.
Caramel. Yeah, my housemate's caramel.
You want to see what? Sorry, this is like completely off topic, but this story needs to get out like today. We were doing an interview last week.
Mhm.
Was it last week? No, it was like 2-3 days ago. We were doing an interview with someone else, and we went and we got coffees before. And Amy ordered them on the app, and I went in and collected them. I came out, and I looked, and it was like 6 pumps of vanilla and 6 pumps of caramel. And I was like, that's 12 pumps of syrup. I was like, Amy. And she was like, it can't be that bad. And I was like, oh my God, I need a dentist appointment.
No,
I know when you can
it's
feel the
sugary.
sugar on your teeth. And I was like,
Yeah.
it's fine. Like after I was sipping it, like during like we were interviewing, I was like, I kind of forgot about the taste of it. But I remember I got home and I was like, no, I need to brush my teeth. I only drank like this much out of it. 12 pumps. I was like, if I get diabetes, you're paying for all my hospital bills. Like you're paying for everything.
But I didn't realize because I just went in and like edited. I don't know if they have the app actually in the UK. They have an app over here where you can order from. And I just went in and like edited my order. So I changed like soy milk for regular and the syrup one just didn't go through. So that's why that happened.
Yeah, don't recommend 12 pumps of syrup. Wouldn't recommend.
Yeah. Oh God.
Well, I mean, the next question is, would you rather spend a year stuck in your bedroom or a year without sleep? Stuck in your 4 walls or a week?
Good God. And you wouldn't, because you die, don't you, if you haven't had enough sleep? So maybe I'd go for the stay in my room.
Yeah, I think.
But, or unless that doesn't count.
No, I said the same as
No,
you.
we'll do it. You don't die.
Yeah, you don't die.
Okay, you don't. Okay, I don't die.
You would feel tired. You're not just invincible.
Because I said if you were stuck in your room, you could technically try sleep the days away and the year would go in faster.
Or watch Netflix.
Or watch Netflix and shit like that. But then again, we've been in coronavirus, we've been in COVID. We're kind of stuck in.
I think I'd be tired. Like I feel tired anyway when I do get sleep. So I feel like it can't be much worse. So maybe never sleep. Maybe never sleep.
That's true as well, yeah.
You're selling your soul to the devil for a coffee machine anyway.
Yeah, you'll be fine. You have the
Sleeping again. Oh yeah.
It'll all work out.
I'll be like just wired constantly, like on caffeine, like running about.
Carved our name into the wall and everything of energy.
Everyone else will be sleeping and I'll be just like running about like the streets.
Like so much time for activities. Oh,
so much time for activities. Are they all?
Last one is, what would your death row meal be? If you could have anything from anywhere, starters, main, drinks, desserts.
Okay. I think we'd have to go for I love Wagamama.
Okay.
You guys had Wagamama before, yeah? No. I just love like Japanese style food. So I'd definitely go to Wagamama for my death row meal. Not gonna lie. So maybe some like gyozas and some like chili squid for my starters. And I'd have like a bowl of like the ramen that they do. So like noodles and like broth and like chili chicken. And then dessert, I think I would have to just go for something like classic, like brownies and ice cream, because that's just a bit of me. It's a bit boring, but it always.
Oh my God, you're so like me. Vanilla in your coffee, brownies.
She loves brownies.
I always levitate to brownies for some reason. They're like me go-to.
Yeah. Over cookies and like other bit and like cake and stuff. I like brownies.
Yeah.
And drink.
It can be alcoholic or it can be as much as you want. So it can be a few if it was a few.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for a bubble, like a passion fruit bubble tea as my like soft drink, and then I'd go red wine for my. I like a red wine.
Brand, like, have you got a favorite wine?
Or
you just like any wine?
Literally any Merlot, like a nice Merlot or something.
Yeah.
Just,
well, you don't want to be sober going to your decks. So you could probably ask for 2, 3, 4 bottles of that. Whole cream.
Yeah. That'd be nice. Maybe I kill myself before somehow.
Alcohol poisoning got 3 of course. Go out laughing.
People are gonna listen to this and be like, this girl is mental. She's never sleeping. She's getting a nice coffee machine and then she's gonna die from poisoning herself with alcohol.
Red wine poisoning. Oh my God. Is that all the hypothetical?
That's all the hypothetical questions now.
Your answers have killed me. Like, do you know what? Your ones have been so different to other people we've talked about.
Yeah.
The iced coffee one, I'm sorry. I'm just laughing because we were being like so deep and meaningful.
So that's what I was I thought you were thinking I was laughing because you were saying like serious answers, but I was laughing that I was thinking iced coffee, like unlimited supply.
Just simple sentences in life. Yeah,
Yours was a smarter answer because we could still be like, the devil could just be like, yeah, you want health, I'll give it to you, but then be like, you know, fuck it, I'm not giving it to you anymore. But at least you have the physical product.
Yeah, like you're not getting it back.
He's not going to get it back. Do you know what I mean? But we're gonna jump into your Instagram account. Obviously, we know your Instagram, we know your YouTube as well. Love your videos; they're hilarious as well. But I know you have. I know Amy was only saying, you do have a company, kind of like with your friend, isn't it? Like Consistency. Can you tell us like a little bit more about that and how it kind of came about?
Yeah, so me and my like current housemate, we ended up meeting through social media, and so we met at uni, but we did like a social media campaign together, and then we just sort of like clicked, and we're like best mates. We moved out together, like we're obsessed with each other. And in the beginning of lockdown is when we started our business. Like it never ended up, we didn't plan to start the business as lockdown happened, if you know what I mean. We'd sort of discussed bringing out something that we both enjoyed, and we both love social media, and like researching about it, and especially like Instagram. Like Instagram's such an amazing platform that gives so many people opportunity and can start people into like skyrocket them into like careers and things. So we thought, this would be pretty cool if we like carried on researching all the stuff we know, and then going beyond that and working on creating a brand that could help other people who wanted to get into this industry, sort of like pave that sort of way for them. So we started off by releasing presets, which are like photo editing, like essentially filters. Like we've made our own filters through a software, and then writing like an Instagram beginner's guide ebook. So all the things that anyone would want to know to start their own Instagram account and becoming a creator. So that's sort of how it started. We discussed it beforehand, and then the fact that we went into lockdown, we had so much more spare time than we did when we were at uni or in our full-time jobs, and that we could just put all of our effort into it. Like we were on FaceTime like 12 hours a day, like just writing and doing all this stuff. And then that sort of came about, and we're still running that account today. And that's
and you
how
love
it started.
It's so nice to be your friend though. That's really nice.
No, it's I think a lot of people are scared to like work with their friends and things in this sort of industry, because it can be quite toxic, or you're scared that you won't end up being like friends and it will turn into like a work relationship. But it really works well for us, and we just really enjoy doing stuff together. And we've both got like our like better, we're skilled at different things as well, so it kind of helps
you kind of balance each other out.
You know what I mean? Like a good combo.
Oh, that's so cute.
But how did you find that like a project that really helped you kind of getting through COVID? Because I know some people like they found or started something new and it brought them through it, and then others kind of suffered it, and like mental health and stuff was all over the place for everyone. Did that help you get through it?
Yeah, I think so. It was a nice focus, especially because it was like a new business. So all of the time and effort was going into like establishing that and like sort of working together. And then we ended up moving here like in February this year. So it made it even easier, like being together and being able to work in person, because we spent so long doing all the stuff for it on Zoom. So I definitely think it was good for the mental health, in just something nice, for something to focus on rather than just being sat in my house like bored. And I could also focus on making my social media more than just a hobby, and like turning that into a job as well, which obviously helps with the business, because that's sort of what our aim is to do, to make people turn their hobbies into a job.
And it's something to focus your energy on as well during COVID. I think everyone was kind of like, what are we doing? Like, what are, like, so many people that we've talked have started kind of their own small businesses and ventures through COVID. So I think as much as a pain COVID was, or still is in some places, it's kind of a blessing in disguise as well, because it kind of pushed everyone to like start things. Like we only started the podcast January gone. So we're only doing it. I don't know what months.
7 months.
7 months. So if we hadn't got COVID, I don't think we would have ever done it, even though we were kind of like a year into COVID nearly.
We were still late.
But it kind of pushes it to do stuff you never thought you'd do. Like we never thought we'd do a podcast or YouTube or anything. Do you know what I mean? Like when we felt like fish out of water when we were starting, like, what are we getting ourselves into? Like we're telling people about this shit. Like, oh, and I think it's very, like, this is actually a question I want to ask you. When you started kind of venturing out and focusing on social media and you started getting like more following, did you ever fear like backlash or like comments from like family or friends? I don't know if it's the UK mindset, but it's more, I think it's a big thing in Ireland. It's a big thing in Ireland where if you talk on Instagram or any kind of platform, they'd be like, oh my God, who do they think they are? Like they think they're like influencers or like it's just a very Irish are very, I don't know, they're very,
if you're anyway out of the mold of society and doing the new things, like Instagram, social media is so new, and like that you're looked at as like the black sheep, but
almost like you're trying to be better. You think you're better than them for doing stuff like that, mindset. Which is not true. But that's why I think, because we're in Canada, like I think we were only saying if we were in Ireland, we'd never, we'd be, because we'd still be in that mold, like that mindset. So is it like that in the UK, or were you just kind of, I'm doing it, I don't care?
I think it is probably just wherever you're living. I think you are self-conscious because you've grown up and there are people at school that always either like mock you or, you know, what you were saying. I think it is like a home thing, because I only just started social media like properly, like speaking on YouTube or on my stories in sixth form, because I was like, oh, I'm leaving this place soon, I'm just gonna go for it. And I just had my little blog beforehand that I'd been doing for a few years, but I kept it really low key, like didn't really put my face on it too much. But yeah, that I think it was when I knew I was going to be going to university, like in another part of the UK, I was like, right, I'm going to start this. Like I've got no one round here that knows who I am or like what I'm doing. So I think it's just like finding a fresh start and just going for it, because at the end of the day, if anyone's like talking about you like in a horrible way, like it's just like a massive, it's such a mum thing to say, but it's like a massive reflection on them. They're like so unhappy that they're sitting talking horribly about someone who's doing good for themselves. So I just feel like you have to just put yourself first in your life. Like if that's what you want to do, you go do it. You know?
Exactly. Yeah, well that's it. Like nothing ventured, nothing gained, really, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true.
Plus it's a laugh.
Yeah. And I think it's getting more popular, social media now. I feel like more people are jumping on it, especially after lockdown as well. I think quite a lot of people jumped into doing social media as a hobby because people were bored as well. So yeah, I think it's becoming more and more not mainstream, but less like, oh God, there's the person who talks on YouTube or Instagram, because quite a few people are doing it now.
Was it ever something when you originally started, like we were saying, with your blog, and then you've kind of progressed in it, was it something you aimed to be maybe a career one day? I know I watched one of your videos and you studied like forensics, so that's like polar opposites. But was it something you were like, if this works out, then I want to do that? Or was it snowball effect of a hobby turned into like a job kind of?
Yeah, it was definitely the snowball, because I'd just been doing it as a hobby. It was like my little thing that I did in my spare time, and then I was focusing. I really enjoyed school until sixth form, because I didn't have the best experience of people there anyway, like bullying wise. It was quite horrific, so that made me stop enjoying school, which was so sad. But I just really loved like academics and learning like science and all of those sort of subjects. So that's when I decided I wanted to do forensics. I never intended on even being a forensic scientist as soon as I finished uni. I just wanted to do that because I enjoyed it and I wanted to like extend my science knowledge really, and then see what happened afterwards. I wasn't even thinking social media could be an option. That was just like my fun thing that I did, you know, like how people would go to like gymnastics or something after school, but but they don't, like, it was just sort of like that to me, like a hobby that I just really enjoyed and put my time into. And then it was lockdown that sort of helped me this become my like full-time job, which is kind of crazy.
So that's amazing.
Yeah,
I don't know. If you didn't have it, would you have stuck with forensics? Do you think you'd be doing forensics if social media didn't kind of skyrocket and take off?
Yeah, I think I would have played it by ear, depending on the pandemic. Like if my social media didn't grow, I might have still gone into the social media sector because that was what was thriving, I think, last summer. Like PR agencies and social media and marketing agencies were thriving. So I feel like I could have used my like social media as a portfolio to get into like the other side, like the management side of it and like the other side of it, whilst I was trying to figure out what to do forensics wise, because obviously that wasn't needed as much so in the last year. So I really don't know how it would have panned out, but I'm glad that I'm where I am at the moment, and I've always got my degree if I need to go back to it at any time.
Exactly. Yeah. Bit of Law and Order over here, cold case. Like I love a bit of true crime, mate.
Me too.
Oh my god! Like, are we just the same person, Charlotte? Like,
yeah, I think so. Separated at birth.
I think we were. Like, how old are you actually?
22.
You're only a baby. I'm 26 this week. But no, I think we were. I think we're probably floating in the air somewhere together.
Yeah.
We had
for sure.
We're very alike. I'm definitely going to remember this interview now because I'll be like, oh yeah, my twin. It was just
UK. My twin that I finally met.
Only like a few years younger than me, but I swear we're twins.
An episode of Jeremy Kyle.
Jeremy Kyle.
Yeah.
Separated at birth. Now reunited.
You, Jeremy Springer. What are you talking about?
But another thing I wanted to ask about was I think you created like your own self-care journal.
Oh yeah.
Was journaling something you started in COVID, or have you already like always done it?
So I've always been quite like I always overthink, and I feel like I am like quite a deep person. Like I think about things quite a lot, and I started journaling. I probably every now and again wrote stuff down. I'm very like I have to write everything down, like plans, how like day by day, every hour I need to know what I'm doing, sort of thing. Like I like organization. So I've always been someone who writes. So I think I've always had that sort of, what's the word? Like, I don't know, personality trait where I just have to write everything down. And then in lockdown, I like suffered a bit mentally. I think everyone did at some point. I'd like to, like probably most people had a bit of a mental health blip, and I started journaling. I think I don't even know what started it. I just started writing down things that I was grateful for in the day, like small things and like things that I liked about myself, to sort of keep like myself a bit upbeat and sort of prioritize self-love. And then I just kept on journaling, and then HP got in contact, and we decided to like create a self-love journal together. I got like full creative freedom, which was amazing, and they just were amazing and basically brought everything that I wanted to life. And now it's sold online, which is kind of crazy.
That's mad. It's so cool though.
Yeah
I think when you write it down, you see it visually, you kind of, is it weird to say, you believe it more, or you take it in more when you physically see it. Is that just me sounding stupid saying
no that? It's like when you write down what you're grateful for, because so many times you go through the day and you think of all like the bad stuff that happens to you, whether you miss a subway or starts raining or whatever these little things may be, and big things that happen. You don't remember certain things you're grateful for, like having a roof over your head or having health or financial
a nice coffee machine.
Being able to afford a start with. No, I get that, because I tried it like during lockdown as well. I was the same. I'd go through like pits and waves of like mental health, and I tried journaling and I'd love it. And then I'm one of those people though, I'm so bad at sticking something like that. I'm like, I haven't journaled in about a month, and like then I'm like, right, that's why you're not okay today.
It comes in waves, so doesn't it? You kind of,
but it definitely helps journal. Like it's probably like the biggest piece of advice I'd say, even though I don't practice it all the time. It's definitely something I think everyone should try, like at least once.
Because like sometimes even if you're ranting, writing stuff down, I know people like go on rants and write it, because you would look like a crazy person if you're just screaming at the top of your lungs what you're angry about, and you probably get noise complaints as well from our neighbors. Sure. But I like journaling. I think it's a good like outlet for emotions, definitely, because you're physically. I don't know. It just feels like people go to the gym to
get off your mind.
So it's like that's the best way of putting it.
It's
so hard in its emotions when you're trying to describe how it feels when you're writing your fucking what you're grateful for down, because some people go to gym to like not like for their mental health, and they're moving. But people that don't necessarily like the gym, like I wouldn't be a big fan of the gym. I would rather like write to my heart's content. Like we had to do an English exam over here to apply for permanent residency, and it's a fucking 3-hour exam, and I don't care, it's fucking hard. It costs $300. You have to sit there and prove basically you know English, and it's hard. And there was like a writing section where you like write out emails, and I genuinely enjoyed writing these like topic emails. And I remember my partner was like, oh my God, like the writing section. I was like, oh my God, I just wanted more topics. I wanted to keep writing. I hadn't even written one. Felt like I was back in school. Like, you know, in an exam, it's like an email format, like write out your email if you were asking someone for a temp job or something. I was like, oh my God, I get to use like all my like higher English education words now. And I felt so smart. I don't know why I'm even rambling on about that, but yeah.
Love it.
Or you'll notice we just go off topic very quickly, like completely. So we apologize in advance for trying to keep up.
No need to apologize.
But a big thing you believe in, which is why we really wanted you on, was you talk about self-love and kind of self-acceptance. Was this always something, or is it something that just kind of developed as you got older, and it was like you were like, I want to promote, I'm at the stage where I feel I want to promote self-love and self kind of acceptance? Because I know a lot of people struggle with it day to day. I think everyone is never fully, everyone has like a down day about their body or how they feel like. But what was it like for you, and how did it kind of be like, I'm gonna do this, I want to promote this is like a prime thing I want to promote?
I think growing up, like as I got a bit older, I realized like how toxic like things that I was doing when I was younger, or things that I was seeing. And obviously there's still a long way to go, but there's a lot of like companies and brands now that are campaigning for self-love and using different model sizes and, you know, having a bit more inclusivity. So I think as I've got older, I've seen like how bad like the media and everything was growing up, and how it made me feel. And I think it was when I was in Bali in 2019, I was in like a bikini for the first time, and I didn't feel like I had to cover up. And it sort of was like a really emotional like sort of moment for me, because I sort of realized it later on that day that I was like not worrying about how I looked, and I was just like sort of like living in the moment. And that then sort of spiraled, like I want to show everyone that this is how I feel. Like I want other people to feel this same way, because it was like a new whole feeling and emotion for me. So I think that's where it started off, and it's still been a journey. Like I wouldn't say I'm 100% confident in myself, because I think it's impossible to be, which is why I sort of try and promote the whole body acceptance rather than body confident now, because I think that puts a lot of pressure for you to love yourself all the time. I think that is literally like an impossible thing to do, especially in this world. So accepting something that you might not 100% love, but can appreciate that it's doing something really amazing for you, like your body is obviously like an amazing thing that's keeping us alive and healthy and working every day. So yeah, that's sort of how it came about, I think, that holiday. And then I just sort of wanted to push that, especially in lockdown, when I know a lot of people were in their own heads and sort of worrying about how they looked and their appearance.
I think like pages like yourself and other people who are like promoting like loving your body and stuff like that, they're so needed, especially in the last year, when you're seeing like one half of social media were up every morning doing Chloe Ting workouts, making their banana bread, doing 5Ks in 10 minutes.
And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, it's not for everyone. Like that's one person's day.
That's
and
thing.
It's the social pressure, I think, of trying to live up to what everyone else is doing. I think COVID brought a lot of things to head for people, being like, I'm like, and it's being so influenced, like what Amy was saying, like the doing workouts and up every morning, like, and like not everyone was going through them emotions to be able to do that. So I think pages definitely like yourself, especially on Instagram, are so important to have, because not everyone fits into the cookie cutter mold. And it's hard being a girl as it is, and I'm not saying guys don't obviously feel the same, but I just think there's an extra pressure on women especially, and I think it comes in the nature of women are just a little bit more judgmental, and they're very judgmental on themselves, and we do put a lot of pressure on ourselves as women in general. But yeah, we love your page, and I think what you're promoting is amazing, and we applaud you for doing it, because it takes a lot of balls as well, because it's not everyone's sometimes you will get Karen's backlash or whatever. Like, have you experienced any backlash that kind of?
Yeah, I think it probably put me off a little while posting stuff, because it is kind of like intense when you're posting something that you feel quite vulnerable uploading anyway, and then you get people calling out the things that you were like worried about and like vulnerable posting. But I think it's usually just like a phase and getting used to it, which is unfortunately you have to get used to people like shouting and being nasty to you. But yeah, I've had my fair share, but I think at the end of the day I just got to try and remind myself that, again, it's like going back to what I was saying earlier, that these people are so unhappy that they're having to comment on other people's lives who are comfortable and confident in themselves, because they aren't. And it's kind of sad and a shame in a way, because they've clearly been made to feel a certain way, like they have to fit into society's standards, that they feel like they need to comment and say that my body is not okay or good or whatever. So
that's what it is. I think it's a lot of changes. Like, hopefully we're getting better, like what you said earlier, with different brands bringing in like a range of different models and having more sizes now. It's something I think future generations will hopefully have a better time with. It's like, when you look back before social media, we had magazine covers, and like that, if it was a celebrity who was pregnant or after having a baby, and it's straight away like still has like love handles, still like all these pics. So I feel like for women, just brought up, you're constantly looking at certain people's bodies and celebrities who we think are amazing, and then because they might have cellulite in one bikini picture or whatever, it's like total judgment straight away. And now with social media, it's so much easier then for people to judge as well, where I hope though in the future with all the brands, it gets better. It seems to be going in the right direction.
You kind of have to think, what if we ever have kids, like what do we want them seeing, and kind of what do we want them believing about themselves as well. It's definitely a generational thing. I don't think, well, I know like my parents wouldn't have had like the image and pressure like our generation has, which is really it's really sad, because your parents will never fully understand what our generation is like today. Like, it's as much as we have things easier in a sense of electronics and communication and all this, we have I think it's more of an emotional pressure we have nowadays. That's what I think in anyway, because I know
I agree.
Wouldn't have a clue. Like, they don't do social media anyway, so they wouldn't really understand the pressure. Especially like my dad has 3 girls. Like, there's no boys in my family, so it was a very hormonal household. And we're all like under 30, so we're all in like the pressure of like social media and judgment. And then I said we had another interview a few days ago, and I was like, I am bigger than so I'm the baby of the family, so I'm the youngest, but I'm not the cookie cutter of what my sisters would be classed as. Like, they'd be more what everyone sees, like the average size, and I was always the bigger kid. So it just like, it's self-criticizing when you're the youngest one, but you feel the biggest, and you are the biggest out of your 2 older sisters. But then it's all social media as well. That's what the way they have you thinking like, no, you have to look like the magazines, like you have to look like that, which I think we're slowly making progression with people like requesting like, don't edit my photos and shoots. Like, I know there is a few celebrities that like have called out magazines for editing their photos, and they're like, no, here's the original, I didn't want to edit it. And I think, well, from my experience, I remember the first person I seen was Ashley Graham, and I remember when I seen her, I was like, oh shit, there's people like me, or there's people like out there that aren't this cookie cutter model. And she's fucking gorgeous. And anyway, she's stunning. And she also is like the beautified side of like plus size or mid size. Like, she's but there's so many platforms, but I think we're slowly making progress.
We'll get there.
We're pushing the barrier.
Which is good.
But what I wanted to ask as well, other than like journaling, is there any other self-care things that you kind of do if you're not feeling like 100% yourself, that you just take time, do it, like step away from social media, or things you like to do?
I think probably my 2 things, either, I know again it's something that I was like, but meditating, like, even just in my journal I've got like a section where it says like pop this to the side and do like a 60-minute meditation. Whether that's like a gratitude one where you actually speak out loud, or follow like a free YouTube video. Something like that can sometimes be good just for grounding yourself, like especially if I'm feeling like super anxious or like panicky. I think something like that is like focus on your breathing and realize what you're thinking is like quite irrational, and sort of breaking down those thoughts. Or even just something nice like scrapbooking, where I'm not like looking at a screen and I'm just sort of like looking at memories and just sort of focusing on sticking things onto a piece of paper, which is like very like mind freeing, you know, like I'm not focusing on anything else.
Not crazy glue lady, just stick everything.
with my coffee. all night.
But I say it's hard because like obviously your full-time job, it's social media. Like social media is your world is centered around it. Do you ever find it being like, I am done with social media, like I don't think I can do this every day? Just sometimes with emotions, I know everyone goes through kind of waves of like, oh no, I'm deactivating my account for like a week. Or do you ever feel like, I know there's probably an extra pressure because it's your job?
Yeah, I think I've found probably the last couple of months probably more difficult than anything. I think it's just everyone getting back into it, like with restrictions lifting a bit, and it's just like a lot of comparisons to other people in the industry, what you're doing, can you do anything better? You've just got a lot to worry about, I guess, being self-employed and figuring out like finances and things. And yeah, I do think it's quite mentally draining. I'm sometimes like, oh, I wish I could switch off, but I'm always trying to think of something that I can do that is going to be beneficial to post. And you know, I think it's just like quite a hard thing to switch off, which I know is not the end of the world, like, but it's constantly mentally kind of draining.
Like a, what did he call it? Like a rat wheel? Is it a rat wheel?
Hamster wheel?
No. Hamster and a Kate? I don't know.
Yeah, it's one of those things where they're like,
It's a Monday. That's
it's a Monday.
Vocabulary
is not like them things, you know, they're
them things.
But yeah, like at least we have the benefit, like the majority of us can turn it off, but you obviously can't, because it's so understandable that it'd be constantly on your mind. And then the comparison thing with things opening up, I know when I remember saying to Amy when stuff could start kind of like lifting, being like, why am I feeling so anxious about things opening up and things going back to normal? Like, is this normal? Have I just enjoy being a hermit? So I just like, is this like me in my best form? But yeah, I definitely felt anxious when things started opening, because I kind of felt like, can I keep up with the rat race? That's what it's called. Can I keep up with the rat race? Like, can I get back into the groove of like everyone being like go all the time? And then that's when all the social media content, like all YouTube, everyone's back on their game because they're out about doing whatever they want, which
just takes adjusting kind of.
It does. It takes adjusting.
It's been over a year of being so limited, then you just we adapt so quickly in a way that like that then becomes your normal, and it's like going back to that, it's like, oh, what the fuck is this socializing all about?
Be like, I'll be judged by the amount of coffee I drink now in public. When you're doing it at home, no one knew. I only had 6 today, and you'd be like fucking twitching in the corner being like, I only had 6. We want to talk about, obviously, about your style and your style inspo, because you do so many like try-ons and everything, and I'd be so jealous because I'm like, I can't fucking order it. I live in fucking Canada. I know, it's such a pain. Like when we have people on, they're like, oh, I got it on ASOS. I'm like, we can't order ASOS here. Well, we can, but like it costs probably triple what you paid for your order because of duties. But who would you say is your main style inspo, or do you just kind of like, you like it, you buy it, you get it?
I think I've become more like, what do I sort of like and what do I feel confident in? But I think my probably main style inspo is Miss Jocelyn. I don't know if you follow her at all. Yeah. Miss Jocelyn, I really love her stuff. Like she's done a couple of collections with some like smaller brands that I really like, and I think it's just quite like effortless, sporty, just sort of laid back. And I'm quite like that. I don't really dress up that much. So I just quite like oversized blazers, like big cozy like sport shorts and things like that. I quite like that. So Miss Jocelyn, I'd say, is probably my main inspo.
And what would your favorite store be, online or in person? You can pick one of both if you want. A lot of people struggle with this one actually because they're like, oh, there's so many. Like,
Yeah.
I think I'd have to go with, like you said, ASOS, because it has like has a range of brands on there.
Rub it in, Charlotte. Rub it in.
Yeah.
Rub it in.
Sorry. But yeah, just because I'm greedy and it has like a variety of like brands on there that I like, I'd probably go for something like that.
Yeah, I used to love ASOS when we lived in Dublin. Like I order everything off ASOS, like because they have everything and it's so many different price ranges as well. And plus they do like
and I like the men's section on there.
Yeah, same. I like the hoodies, the tracksuits, everything.
Well, I think sometimes
men's stuff. Yeah, always good.
So much better.
Like I'm gonna go home. My partner was like, "Oh, I'm cleaning out my wardrobe," and I was like, "Don't throw anything out. Like I will go through your stuff because he has nice stuff." So I'm just like, "You don't want this anymore, don't you? It looks this great on you anymore."
It kind of shrunk a little bit.
Yeah, put it in the dryer like 16 times, so it fits me now.
I was saying, in the future, is there like any brand you'd love to collaborate with and maybe work on a collection or maybe some pieces? Maybe not even fashion, could be any kind of brand or company.
That would be quite cool. Like I'd quite like to bring out that would be like a thing on probably my bucket list of life. Do you know what I mean? Like to bring out some sort of like collection. I think somewhere like Bershka at the minute. Have you Bershka?
No,
Bershka?
We have shop. We know Bershka. Yeah, there's Bershka.
We do know it. Yeah, we have at home.
They have lovely stuff. I love
we have
Bershka.
Zara.
Zara. Zara as well. I think Bershka has a lot of like fun colours at the minute, and that's what I'm quite enjoying, like all the colourful stuff. So maybe working with Bershka on something would be quite cool.
Yeah, Bershka do nice little pieces. I think this is actually from Bershka, if I'm right. I think this from Bershka. This is how old this t-shirt is. Like, don't judge me.
No, but that's actually one of the shops. Like, I
swear it's not like 4 years old.
The comfies.
Yeah. Have to. Well, I haven't been home in like 2 years. Like, I have to keep all my clothes like from like the brands I can't get anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah. But do you have anything coming up? Like any
future ventures you want to?
Yeah. Give us the goss.
Give us the goss. Nothing currently in the pipeline. I'm still, the self-love journal is like an ongoing project, so we're sort of like listening to everyone's feedback and seeing what we can do to like help improve the journal, make it more inclusive and diverse and better for everyone. So I guess that's still like an ongoing project, and hopefully we'll be able to release potentially some other like physical things, maybe like some prints and with like bodies and images like that if we can, I think. So yeah, it'll probably be anything to do with HP and the journal stuff.
That would be amazing.
In the near future. Yeah.
Have you ever wanted, like, now that you're in social media, I know a lot of people come out with like their own brands, whether it's clothing line, makeup, jewelry. Is there anything like that you'd like to do maybe in the future? Like not collab, but your own actual brand?
Yeah. Why my
like I don't want to tell you.
No. My instant thought was I want my own coffee shop. Why do I have to keep bringing up the coffee shop? I want my own I would like to have my own coffee shop that I could sort of run, like nothing to do with the social media stuff. Like that's sort of like a goal to have in the future.
Hang up. Yeah. This is weird. Hang the fuck up. I have thought about this. Another way, there's a place across the road from my building that's like derelict. And I used to always think, I'd love to open a cup. This is weird. I'm uncomfortable. No, I'd love. I was saying it to you, or was it Aaron?
No, you're saying.
And I was like, oh, how cool it'd be like to just live like romanticize your life and just like have a little coffee shop, and it'd be such a vibe. Oh my God.
Like something of a Hallmark movie.
Yeah.
Charlotte, this is creepy. I don't know if I'm gonna this.
I think I might be your younger sister.
I think so. I need to call my man down when I go home and be like, here, what's the story? 4 daughters, not 3. Why you lie? That is crazy. But you'd love to have a coffee shop like in the future if you could.
Yeah, or the clothing thing, but mainly the coffee shop.
Mainly the coffee shop.
Well, you could, like, over here, I know they kind of sell like different things in coffee shops over here, so you could actually sell some of your clothes in the coffee shop.
Like merch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Swimwear might be quite nice. I'd quite like, not in the coffee shop, but swimwear might be quite a nice thing to sort of promote the self-love, like body acceptance stuff. That might be quite a cool thing for the pipeline.
You'll bring one out because I actually need a swimsuit. I was only telling you, I haven't actually got one. So we could bring it out like ASAP. That'd be great.
That'd be fab.
No pressure or anything, like no pressure. Gonna be like, oh shit, blocked out.
I'll be off this and be like sketching out some ideas.
Yeah, send
my
them over,
coffee, like...
and I'd be like, yeah, I like that shape now. That would be, my bum would look good in that. I'll wear that one. But love it. But like you said, you like wearing like comfortable clothes. Is that like, even if you were going on a night out, do you kind of go for like the more relaxed vibe all the time? Like, is comfort key for you, or will you put up with like a little bit of uncomfort for a night out?
Yeah, I don't mind. Why can't I speak? I think too much coffee. I don't mind dressing up if I know it's for a couple of hours, like with heels and a nice dress. But I prefer like a blazer and like some trousers, sort of like the relaxed style, I guess. But probably a dress on a night out because we haven't had nights out in ages.
And you want the photo, like, as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get the photo, you're like, yeah, fuck this, I'm taking the heels off. I'm done. Like, yeah, no. So, have you got any holidays planned before?
I was just about to ask.
Oh
it's so weird.
Ooh.
Maybe you're like,
yeah, I'm feeling a bit left out. I like coffee as well.
We all
to get your
them exact bracelets. You know them things everyone's getting that are like welded on.
Oh, I thought you were talking. Do you watch Love Island?
Love Island. Yeah.
I thought she was talking about the bracelets that she doesn't watch it. But
I'm
it's
behind on Love Island.
It's like a little rope thing, and they have a little like
magnet.
Just a little silver stupid dot, but it's magnets.
Oh, that's cool.
He brought it in if you ever found someone that you liked, but I think he's just trying to make the public like him, to be honest.
Yeah, that's probably true. You can get ones, I think they're called zapped. I've seen like loads of like TikTokers doing it, and it's literally like you go in and they put the bracelet on you, but they weld shut the bracelet, so there's no clip to take it off.
Oh, so it's like a cheap version of like Cartier. Don't they? You have to actually screw them out.
I don't know. I've never
had one, and I probably won't ever buy one. But I just know that's the thing. Yeah. I remember seeing something about Kylie Jenner needing to get hers off or something. I was like, okay,
right, so
people problems.
Put this in your diary, okay? So when we meet up, go get bracelets now.
Yeah.
We'll be
matching Cartier bracelets.
Yeah. Yeah, we have to go get them. We'll get them engraved, and I'll say like big sister. And you, Charlotte. Oh no, you have the same middle sister, and Charlotte. I'm being included. You say little sister. We have to. Or she'll disown me. She'll be like, I'm not fucking on a podcast with you anymore. You can do it with Charlotte now.
Yeah.
Make it happen. Well, Charlotte, thanks so much for taking the time of your busy schedule and jumping on and chatting with us. This was definitely memorable.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ring my mom after and be like, I think I'm my long lost sister.
I'm confused. Thank you for having me. I had the best time speaking to you guys.
Oh, well, if you ever come to Canada, Toronto, let us know. Yeah, we have to meet up.
Of course.
But have drinks.
Yes,
it'd be nice to drink with someone who can keep up with an Irish person. Canadians don't that much.
Oh. No, do they not?
They're very casual drinkers. Like they'll have one or two, but you know, come on, English.
Come on.
Yeah. We kind of need to show them how it's done. I think a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
Sure.
Like I'm not a big drinker, but like I do like a good night out. That's when
you're out.
Yeah.
I mean, plus we'll bring comfies with us. It's very casual over here. Don't be any heels, Charlotte. Very laid back. We'll be running up and down Toronto. But thank you so much, and we'll make sure we tag everything.
We'll leave it
everything for you down below so people can find you and they can click on. I'm sure they're already following you. Like if they're not, then there's something wrong. But we'll make sure we tag everything that's yours down below, and your YouTube and stuff like that as well. But thanks again, Charlotte, and I hope we'll chat soon.
Thank you so much.
And have a great day or
yes,
evening.
Of course. Thank you. You too. You too. Thank you.
Bye. So we hope you enjoyed that episode. We both said so at the same time.
Yeah, so I was like, I actually don't know who, where.
She doesn't even know where she is. What day of the week is. So we hope you enjoyed that episode. Charlotte is an absolute dream to talk to. She is so lovely, and we love what she promotes and
we
what she
found
stands
Niamh's long
for.
lost
She's basically, as you can,
I was
heard,
third wheeling this episode.
She's like my long lost sister. We like the same things that we've learned in this episode. Yeah, she was so lovely, so sweet, and we hope we can chat to her again very soon. And yeah, so let us know if you did like the episode, and follow us on everything. And I'll just say it now, put the belly thing on.
Put the belly thing on, like, comment, subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, if you're listening on audio, Spotify, Apple, please follow, maybe even give a little review. Check out our Instagram at the Weird Girls Club, and you'll see all future videos, podcasts, all that jazz. And
all the fun stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Oh,
you might see us, like, do shots, drink Guinness for the first time. We, like, upload on our story, so stuff outside of the podcast. So enjoy.
Yeah, we do like little random things as well.
BTS.
Well, if you're looking to follow Charlotte Emily, all her details are down below in the description, both on YouTube and both on all our podcast platforms. So yeah, make sure you give her a follow and follow along. She's amazing, and yeah, we really enjoy talking to her. So
See you
in the next one.
Bye.